everybody. Welcome back to another episode of For You from Eve. If you are new here, my name is Olivia Eve. I have had this podcast for 4 years now. We talk all things self-growth, self-improvement, self-love, but what makes my podcast a little bit different than most self-improvement podcasts is that we are very realistic over here. We talk about the bad days. I'm sitting here, as you can see, if you are watching the video version, I got my PJs on, no makeup on, and we're just sitting in bed and we're just having a good girl talk. And I'm really excited for today's episode because we're going to be doing a diving into the DMs series. So I started this series a while ago, but I never really was consistent with it. And basically what diving in the DMs is on my Instagram at For You from Eve, which you should definitely go follow, and my TikTok as well at For You from Eve. I will post a story saying, ask me questions that you want me to answer in my next episode. I want to hear your most out-of-pocket situations that you've been in, advice that you need, all of those things. And I asked you guys, and you guys definitely delivered. You guys sent me some pretty great situations that you're going through. And I think that these advice questions are also really good to go through because I think that a lot of the time when we go through something, when we know that someone else is going through something similar, it feels a little bit comforting to know that. It's like, okay, I feel more comforted now that I know this person's also going through the same thing. And I'm going to run down through my advice. I'm obviously no professional or expert in anything that I'm answering, but I just think that it's good to have a nice little older sister talk or girl talk with your best friend or an older sister, especially me who's not in the situation. I think it's good to have an outsider's opinion, and I just think these are fun. Like, these are fun. Some of them are about self-growth and self-improvement, and then some of them are about people who went through breakups and why they went through the breakup and the advice on what they should do from that point on. So we're going to go through all of that today. I do want to start off by saying my voice is a little bit nasally, so I'm sorry if this is annoying to you. I have been sick all week and I'm very frustrated about it. Obviously, no one likes being sick, but I hate being sick. I have not worked out all week and I've been feeling very physically insecure because of it. My body changes extremely fast. So when I don't work out for a week, I can see it on my body. And I was sick for a week. It was the same week I had my period. So it was just like a double whammy. It was the absolute worst. I don't know what I was sick with, but my throat was hurting, couldn't breathe through my nose. I had the absolute worst headaches. And then my period came on top of it. So I had the cramps and the back pain and the dizziness, and it was just horrible. So have not moved my body in a week, which really does affect me as well. I feel like I just get very heavily affected by my body not moving. I get more stressed out, more anxious. I'm going to try to force myself to go on a walk today, even though I sound like this. I think I also have allergies, so that's also why I get nasally, but I definitely want to force myself to go on a walk. I am recording this on Tuesday, but this is going up on Friday, of course, which is Memorial Day weekend. If you are in the US and you celebrate Memorial Day, happy Memorial Day weekend. I'm actually going to be in the Hamptons this Memorial Day weekend for my cousin's bachelorette party. So I have a lot to prepare. I know a lot of you guys kind of like to hear about my personal life. You guys kind of like to hear about how I prepare for things. So I will kind of give a little rundown of that. But if you don't care, you can skip for the next 2-3 minutes. But basically what I will be doing this whole week is today is kind of my work day. Yesterday, which was Monday, I kind of just relaxed because I've been sick. I laid in the sun. I got a little tan line. If you're watching the video, maybe you can see it. But I got a little tan line. I laid in the sun for 3 hours yesterday. I took a work call outside. I just wanted to be in the sun. I feel like it heals me. I've also been taking these new wellness supplements that I'm going to link down below. They're not sponsored at all, but these wellness supplements have been really helping me to feel better quicker, and I gave them to my boyfriend because he hung out with me while I was sick. So I was like, take a bunch of these capsules and you should feel much better. But I just needed to be taking care of myself yesterday, so I rested all day. I slept in and I laid by the pool all day. The pool, I didn't go into it, but I laid by it all day. And then today, Tuesday, I slept in again. I wanted to wake up early at 8:39. I didn't wake up till 11 a.m. This is what I mean when I say I have a realistic podcast. I did not wake up early this morning. I woke up at 11. I knew my body needed rest, so I gave it rest. So I woke up at 11 o'clock this morning and it's currently 1:30. I didn't really do much today except make a coffee, have a banana, and do some video editing. So really not much got done today, but it's okay. It's a sunny day out, so I'm still feeling great. Still going to go on a walk today and move my body. So feeling good. I also have some errands to run at the mall. And then tomorrow, which is Wednesday, is my appointment day. I love appointment days. I have an eyebrow appointment at 12. I have a call or two in the morning. I have an eyebrow appointment at 12 p.m. and then I want to get my nails done and my toes done for Memorial Day weekend. My nails are just absolutely horrible. I have to get a fill-in, but they are pretty broken, so it's going to be a pretty extreme fill-in. And then I want to get a pedicure as well. And then I want to shave, exfoliate, do all that stuff. I actually blew my hair out last night because it was just overstimulating because my natural hair is really curly and frizzy, so it was just really overstimulating having it all over the place. So I just wanted to blow dry it, have it be calm. I knew I was going to record today, but I literally have zero makeup on right now. I did my skincare routine. I've been using my shark mask religiously. It's like my favorite thing right now, so I used that this morning. So I just feel really good. I feel like when you're sick, I just go like down in the dumps and I feel really horrible, just mentally, physically, just everything kind of goes downhill because you're not able to perform the same way when you're sick. So I just feel like all my habits were kind of being thrown out the window and it really sucked. So getting back on track now. Tomorrow I'll have all my appointments. Thursday I kind of just want to hang out with my boyfriend before I leave, and then Friday I leave. So I'm really excited to just kind of like, I always just love going away. Like I love my home, but I love getting away from home too. Like I don't know. I love it. Let me know if you're the same way. I just think it's nice to always take a break, even if it's a 3-hour drive somewhere else. It's just always nice for me to take a little reset, refresh. So let's get into today's episode. I got my iced coffee here, so we are ready to go. This is like an amazing iced coffee color, by the way. Grab your iced coffee, whether you're listening to me while you're on a walk, you're cleaning your room, you're in your car, whatever it might be, and let's dive into the DMs today. I'm so excited. I wrote down a few today, so we're going to see how many we can get through. Like I said, some are situations, some are just questions for me that maybe you guys need help on. So let's get into it. Like always, make sure you give my show a good rating and a good review. I shouted this out in last episode too, but if you give my show a good rating and good review and you send me a screenshot to @ForYouFromEve and follow me, I will send you a free digital download of wallpapers and resets that I made myself. So I will send that over to you as long as you give my show a good rating and good review. Maybe share it out to people. That always helps my show. And please make sure that you listen to my sponsors and advertisements throughout the episodes all the way through, because it really, really helps. And when you help the show, you help me. Also just made a Substack, so definitely go follow my Substack. I have been having a field day on Substack. I have so many prompts written. I have 2 different forms of Substack. The one is the free version, which I'll post quotes here and there. Maybe I'll post a picture or 2. But the paid version, which is only like $5 a month, it's not expensive at all, but I will post like really good things on there. I've been posting like sales stuff and like more deeper topics. I want to start like linking things. I linked all my May favorites there. I want to do all of that type of stuff. I might even try to do like some type of like live Q&A on Substack. I'm not entirely sure, but there's going to be so much going on. So I'm going to link my Substack down below. Definitely go subscribe to it. I'm going to have so many amazing things. My hair care routine, just all of that stuff. Really much deeper things into my life will be in the premium subscribe version, but obviously do whatever you want. Like always, thank you so much for clicking onto this episode. Now let's dive into the DMs. The first question, which is just a little bit more just basic advice, not really any situation, but how do I meditate and stay grounded? And the reason I want to answer this is because this is something I've been incorporating back into my routine recently. I feel like when you are so go, especially I feel like I'm in like the New York, New Jersey area, and just this country in general, America in general. I saw something once and it was like, in America, we live to work, whereas in Europe or something, you work to live. So our main priority in America is making it. It's making it financially, career-wise, like we are driven by it. And I think it's amazing to have goals, but then I also think it's amazing that in other parts of the world, their only goal in life is to live and to enjoy their life. So I feel like I recently have been so like just diving into work, which is obviously so amazing. But at the same time, I also was kind of just like, I need to kind of take a step back because this isn't everything. Like I'm giving every minute of my day to my career recently. And I feel like that's, of course, such an amazing thing for my career and for my finances and for my success and all the goals I have there. But at the same time, it consumes you. Like if you spend an hour on a TikTok and you post it and it gets 300 views, your day is ruined. Your mood is ruined. You might spiral into thinking if you're in the right career. And I'll be super transparent with this. I've been feeling this way recently where the past few weeks, and I've been like venting to my boyfriend about it. I'm like, I don't think this is what I'm meant to be doing. I don't think I'm meant to be doing my podcast. And this is me being so transparent. Like as you're listening to my podcast, you're probably like, what? Is she crazy? But like, I just feel like recently the podcast industry and the social media industry has just done a complete turnaround. I just feel like there's so many things wrong with both of these industries. And one day I want to dive deep into it, and maybe I will. I don't know if I'm a little bit too scared, but like maybe one day I will. But I just feel like this industry has really took a turn. Successful women nowadays are a completely different image. Like It's just crazy. So anyways, that's kind of staring off topic. But my point is, I have been feeling extremely not grounded. I have been feeling like no peace at all in my career, in anything. And I just feel like I was spiraling like all month. I was like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like maybe I should just use my degree and work a corporate job and do something more stable. Like I was just like really losing my mind. Also, I don't know if is this even? I don't know if this is even behind me if you're watching the video. If it's not even, please don't yell at me. I just did this yesterday and I rushed it. So please do not yell at me. Anyways, if you're not listening to the video, sorry, that was annoying. But my point is I just was feeling extremely just like upset with life and upset with myself. And I was like, why isn't this working out for me? Like I post consistently on my podcast, on my Instagram, on my TikTok, on my YouTube. Like I post so consistently. I put in so much work. Like how come this isn't working out for me? And it was really just bothering me. Like it was actually upsetting me and just really just making me spiral and making me want to quit everything, delete all my social media. Like I was like going crazy. And I was like, every post is a lottery ticket. Every podcast is a lottery ticket, all this stuff. And I've been trying to practice more ways to stay grounded and to meditate and just deal with it. I think that a lot of people ground and meditate differently. My form of meditation is prayer. I think just sitting there and just praying about situations, actually having a conversation with God, not just talking to God, but having a conversation. I saw this TikTok the other day where it was an example of like sometimes our prayers are like God being on the phone. Like, you know, when you call somebody and they only talk about themselves and then they hang up before you even get to talk about yourself. I saw a TikTok that said that's kind of what God might feel like when you pray. You talk about yourself. I'm mad about this, and this. Help me with this, and then you kind of just stop your prayer and you don't like thank him for things, or you don't like read your Bible and hear what he has to say back to you. So I've been trying to kind of be more intentional with my prayers because I think that's my best form of meditation. That's what helps me stay grounded. I think that also, like, I've never been one to just put in headphones and meditate. I've done it in the past. It was never for me. I don't think that it's not for me. I think that it's something I could grow into. But I just feel like for my form of staying grounded, it's being outside without my phone, like getting outdoor air, get fresh air, go on a walk and put your phone in your pocket. You don't need to go on your phone. You could either listen to a podcast or you can listen to nothing. I went on a walk like 2 weeks ago when I wasn't sick, and I went on a 1 hour and a half walk. No music, no podcast, no phone call. Just my headphones were in, but I just wasn't listening to anything. Like I just was on a quiet walk. And I don't know. I think that was just my body trying to kind of like understimulate a little bit because we're so overstimulated. Like it's just insane. And our bodies, they're not meant to carry this much stress. You're meant to have moments of just staying grounded. So my tip for you would be take a few minutes of breaks. Like whether you are an office job or you're working from home or wherever you are, if you are able to in your work, just go outside for a few minutes. Eat your lunch outside and don't go on your phone, or spend a few minutes just doing a silent prayer to yourself. These are little things to help you stay grounded because then you won't need to spiral. Like these little daily habits will stop your spiral and they will prevent you from needing a huge refresh. So if I were you, I would just do little things like that, taking a breath outside, taking a little moment to pray. Maybe you have like a devotional and you can just read a page at your desk every day. Whatever it might be, these little things will help you to stay grounded because they're going to help you realize the bigger picture of things. So many times I'll be scrolling on TikTok or I'll see something on the news and I'm like, wow, my problems are so small. I'm stressed about my career and there's people out there that are losing their health, losing their lives. Like, how blessed am I that this is my problems? And something that I've been saying in my prayer recently is thank you, Jesus, for my problems, because I'm grateful these are my current problems. There's times in life where I have a bigger problem, where I have a grief problem or a loss problem. But times like this where I'm just stressed about work, which don't get me wrong, stress can kill you. But the fact when you think to yourself, like, this stress will kill me, blah, 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 stress will kill you, but if you just remind yourself in those moments of stress, my problems could be much bigger and I'm thankful for my problems, I promise you, you will float out of your body, stare down at yourself, and smack yourself out of it. Okay, now we're going to go into a more situation that happened to one of my subscribers. So if you're the subscriber that sent this question in, here we go. Obviously, everything is always anonymous. I'm reading it directly from my laptop. I copy and pasted her message. I had a relationship with a Turkish man, but he had to end our relationship because his family did not accept me since I am not Turkish. We both feel that we are life partners and we love each other the most, but now he chose his family and broke my heart. We dated for 5 years and I am heartbroken. What do I do? Damn, 5 years. Okay. So I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I'm half Turkish. My mom was born in Turkey. I don't know if a lot of people know that I'm Middle Eastern. My dad was born in Syria and my mom was born in Turkey. So I'm in the Middle Eastern culture, community. And where I live, there's actually a big sense of community, which I think it's really beautiful to have people from your community join, and we all speak Aramaic, which is the language of Jesus, and our church is in Aramaic, and it's just a very beautiful community that I'm a part of. And I understand what it's like, because at the end of the day, everyone has their cultures, everyone has their community, everyone has their groups, whether you're Middle Eastern, you're Greek, you're Italian, you're Spanish, whatever your culture is. People like to stay within their cultures. A lot of cultures that I think of is definitely Turkish culture, Albanian culture. Like there's a lot of cultures that really stick within their cultures. And I feel like it's one of those things where I understand why people want to stay within cultures, especially someone who was raised in a culture that was very big on stay within our culture. However, I will say that over the years, my culture, at least personally, has grown to just say like, add people from our culture, like have people learn more about us. I am dating an Italian man. I'm going to marry an Italian man. Like my boyfriend is Italian. He is not Middle Eastern. And there was this quote that I saw once, and it said, it was like a TikTok that a girl made because I think that she was Turkish and she was marrying an Italian man. And she was like, someone asked me once, like, why don't you find someone that knows your culture? And she said, I'd rather find someone that knows my heart. I can teach them my culture. And it just made me realize, like, love is not meant to be put in a bubble. Like, I understand how difficult it can be to have to teach someone certain things. Like me and my boyfriend, I had to teach him so much about my culture. I was like, if you're Turkish and you're listening to this, I was like, so the first time your parents come to my house, they're actually going to come over and we're going to do a coffee ceremony. And basically this means that we're very serious about each other and that we're going to get married one day. And like they have to bring gifts and I'm going to serve you Turkish coffee and you have to drink it. And we're all going to be very happy when you drink it. Like, it's just like, there's certain things that I have to explain to him. Like, this is how things are in my house. Like, I come from a Middle Eastern household. We are not moving in together until I'm married. Like, there's a lot of things that come with it. And so at the end of the day, if this person loves you the way that my boyfriend loves me, they're going to be like, okay, cool. What's next? Okay, cool. What's next? Because if you have somebody that's down for you, they are going to learn your culture and they are going to love it because it's something that's a part of you. Now, in your situation, I'm sure this is probably difficult because I'm assuming that you probably love his Turkish culture and you would do anything to be with him because as women, we prioritize love. We prioritize relationships. We prioritize it because we have those natural, loving, maternal, caring instincts within us. Whether you have to dig deeper to find them or not, as women, we are born with that. We have that. And so I feel like I'm assuming you're probably open to joining his culture or learning more about his culture. Obviously, you can't wake up Turkish, but you can learn their cultures. You can respect it. You can learn the language, whatever it is that you want to do. Now, talking about your specific situation, at the end of the day, it's you and your partner versus everybody. And this is something that I'm learning with my current partner, where it needs to be, if this is the person that you are going to spend the rest of your life with and they feel the same way, they will choose you over anyone. Me and my boyfriend are not engaged and we are not married, but we know we are going to be engaged and that we are going to get married. So we know because we take each other so seriously, it's us versus everybody. It's us versus our, and it's not like versus like, oh, let's beat them up and stuff. No, it's just, we have to be in each other's corners. We have to, at the end of the day, if you don't have your partner, you don't have anybody. That is going to be your family one day, your immediate family. That is going to be the biggest family because you are creating a life with this person. And I'm going to tell you now, if he left you because he could not stand up to his family and they could not see the love he has for you through his eyes and through his actions and through the word he speaks, you're very lucky that he left you. You are very lucky that he left you because the right man will know it's you and him against the world. And it's so heartbreaking because I'm sure that he's heartbroken over it. Like, I'm not saying that he isn't. I'm not saying that he was like, oh, freedom. No. If a man has a very cultural, traditional family and he dates from outside of his community or outside of his culture, there's two reasons why. One, he expects his family to understand that and take the woman in and take her seriously and add her to his culture and to his traditions. Or two, because he's trying to have fun. And this is like the sad truth of it, is that I feel like when people date outside of their community, it could just be because they want to have fun and they're trying to enjoy that and they know that they can break up with them with like less harm, because it's like at the end of the day, they know they're not going to be accepted into the family. So I feel like a lot of the time they will break up with somebody and just like not really take it that seriously because they planted it from the minute they started going out with this person. They planted, I'm not going to marry this person, but let me have fun with them. And then it kind of turns into, wait, maybe I might like this person. Wait, maybe I might love this person. Maybe I want to bring this person in. So I feel like at the end of the day, it's a favor if he left you because of this, because he should be choosing you no matter what. 5 years is a long time. 5 years is a long time. 5 years is a long relationship. You're going to be heartbroken, and I'm sure he is too. But let him go. If he comes back to you, he can be yours. But do not chase him. Do not beg for him. Do not limit yourself. Like, still go out there. Figure yourself out. Know yourself without him. Because when you're with someone for 5 years, especially as a woman, there's so much growth that you have within yourself that could just get lost because it's within another person. You might not even know yourself without this person. So I think just let yourself figure out who you are without this person and let yourself go out there, meet new people, have new experiences because you're single now. Do not wait around for him. And if he comes back to you, he comes back to you. But if he comes back to you, he better come back to you right. He better come back to you and say, I talked to my family. They want to meet you. Because I know a lot of situations where families don't even want to meet the other girl or the other guy if they are not a part of the culture. And that's it sucks, but it is how some cultures are just very strict and very traditional and want to keep it within the culture. And I think it's also kind of like that with religion as well. It's like a lot of religions want to either stay or they want to convert you. And it's very difficult. And you have to just see how much are you willing to give up and sacrifice to be with this person. And he could not sacrifice enough for you. Okay, now we have another question going on. We actually have a few breakup questions. A lot of these are breakup questions, which I feel like that's what the girls want to know. Reading this directly from an anonymous DMer. I was wondering if you had any advice for my specific situation. My boyfriend and I of almost 6 years broke up 2 weeks ago. 6 years broke, okay. He is still my favorite person. I think so highly of him. He ended the relationship because I had recently not been the best girlfriend. I feel as though I had gotten too comfortable and truly was not treating him how I should have been. Okay, self-awareness. It sounds silly, but I was unaware of that until the breakup happened. I was really unaware that anything was wrong. I still love him so much and have hope that we will get back together, but I'm not sure if it's the right way to feel because I'm afraid he won't come back. I think this is the reason most long-term relationships break up is because somebody gets too comfortable. Whether it's the man or it's the woman, it's like you've been dating this person for so long, you forget to date them. And it's like you just get so comfortable in the relationship. And obviously what's done is done. And if you made him feel that way, you did. But I think also like go back and reevaluate. Like, did I make him feel that way? Is he making me think I made him feel this way? And just make sure you look back and you're like, you know what? I think I was that way. Now, if you're being self-aware enough to say, I wasn't loving him the way that I should be loved, that is a great first step because a lot of people will not be able to admit that. I also know that like for me and my boyfriend have only been together for like a year now. And we're obviously very comfortable with each other, like so comfortable with each other. After a year of dating, of course you are. But I always tell him, I'm like, we need to make sure we're not still like, we have to make sure we're not going to stop dating. Like, you can't just stop buying me flowers. You can't just stop taking me out on dates. Not saying he does that, but I just think it's important to realize because as you get older too and you're in these long relationships, you have other things going on. Like, me and my boyfriend have our engagement party coming up in June, which is like a cross. If you're confused and don't see a ring, it's a cross ceremony. I'm Middle Eastern. We do a cross ceremony, which is an engagement party. We have that coming up in June. And then it's like you think of the ring, you think of the wedding. So it's like because our brain is going to all of these other things, we forget the part that we're in right now. So it's like you kind of forget to plan the dates and buy the flowers and all that stuff because you're thinking of all the other future steps that you're going to take together. You have best friends' weddings. Like the amount of weddings me and my boyfriend have this year and next year is insane. So it's like there's just so much that comes with long-term relationships. And I'm not even in a long-term relationship. I don't think 1 year is long-term yet. But I'm just saying in general, like as you're getting older and as you're in a relationship, there's other things that you focus on that you forget to actually date. And there could be a lot going on in your career and in just like a very pivotal time in your life, especially if you're in your 20s or even your 30s. It's such a pivotal time in your life, whether you're graduating high school, going into college, or you're graduating college, getting your first job, or whatever it might be. There's so much going on in life that you forget to actually date your partner. And when you've been with that partner so long, it's so easy to just get comfortable and think that you can stop dating them. And I'm here to tell you that you can't do that. Now, if you're already out of the relationship and he broke up with you, I would say, I don't like when women chase. I don't like when women have to prove themselves. But I would say if you truly think that you're at fault, because women can be at fault too, if you think that you're really at fault and that you stopped loving him and stopped giving him the love that he needed to be with you, I think that you need to explain that to him. I think you need to apologize to him and tell him, I'm really sorry. Like, I love you so much and I'm sorry I treated you this way. I want to do better by you. Like, I want to do better for you. I want to start dating again. I want to do XYZ. And if he's willing to give that another chance, then he really loves you and he really wants it to work. Now, if he doesn't want to give it another chance after you explain yourself to him, he might, one, have used that as an excuse to get out of the relationship, or two, maybe he just explained himself in the relationship too much that he was like, no, now it's too late. Like, you know, I think if he didn't communicate it with you throughout the relationship, which it seems like he didn't, then he was looking for a way out. Because at the end of the day, if you really love someone, you're going to make it work no matter what. One thing me and my boyfriend are always big on is making it work. Whether he messes up or I mess up, we look at each other and we talk about it. We communicate through everything because we don't want to lose each other. We want to get married. We want to be together. We want to spend forever together. And so we always say there's never a situation we can't go through. We attack every problem together. So I feel like if my boyfriend is doing something that I don't like, I'm going to sit there and tell him, hey, you're not doing this for me anymore, or you're doing too much of this for me, whatever it might be. And he'll sit there, and if he continues to not do the things that I'm asking him to change, or he continues to do the hurtful things that are hurting me, okay, well, now you might lose me, you know? So I think that if he never told you what you were doing to hurt him, then that kind of falls on him too, because in a relationship, you are one against the problem. So if he's not addressing the problem to you, how are you guys going to face it? He might just have wanted an easy way out, and maybe he didn't want to work on facing the problem. Maybe he doesn't want the relationship enough to fix the problem. And at the end of the day, if he really wants you and he really loves you and he wants to be with you, he's going to tell you what the problem is so you guys can fix it. Now, if he tells you what the problem is and you don't fix it, and I understand, like, they always say a woman's favorite thing to do is not having to ask. Like, I shouldn't have to ask you to not do something. I shouldn't have to ask you to do something. Like, I shouldn't have to ask you to plan a date or ask you to buy me flowers. I shouldn't have to ask you to not make me feel this way, or whatever it might be. I understand that, but sometimes a person just needs to be told. Sometimes people, especially when you've been dating for so long, are so locked up in their own worlds because they know they have you there. So they're like, okay, I know this person loves me. I know I love them. I'm comfortable with them. I know I have them there. Let me focus on my career. Let me focus on this issue I'm going through, whatever it might be. So that's why we get comfortable and we kind of disperse ourselves from our partners a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's also your partner's responsibility to say, hey, I feel neglected. I feel like you don't give me the same love. You don't give me the same affection. It's their job to do that. So I think that if you're not getting that from your partner, how are you going to know that you're doing something wrong? And if he tells you and you continue to still neglect him and still not give him that love, well, now it's your fault and now you did lose him for a reason. But if he didn't communicate that with you, he might have just been looking for a way out. Okay, so there's a few more that I have written down, and I have a lot more that I haven't even opened up on my phone yet, but I'm going to save those for another episode. I feel like I answered a decent amount today. I don't want to bore you guys with a super long episode, but I hope that you guys enjoyed all the ones that I answered. Let me know what you guys want me to answer about. Obviously, I'll answer anything you guys ask, whether it's about breakups or work or success or friendships, whatever it might be. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram and on TikTok at For You From Eve. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow my podcast, download my episodes, share my episodes, give me a good rating, a good review. It helps the show so much. I love doing this for you guys for free, but of course, this is my life too. So when you guys support me, it means the world to me. But yes, I post daily on my social media, so definitely make sure that you go and give that a look. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Have a happy Memorial Day if you celebrate, and I will talk to you guys next week. Also, I do still want to post 2 episodes a week. I'm just currently strategizing it and planning it and trying to figure out my schedule, but I will keep you guys updated on that, and I will talk to you guys next week. Mwah.